Hello. I don't know what we're gonna do today. I guess I'm just gonna do what I've been doing. So my friend Anya actually sent me this primer. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer. I will have her channel linked down below. She's such a sweetheart. Anya, thank you for sending me this. I think I received it in the mail the night that I filmed my last Get Ready With Me. So I've been using this ever since that Get Ready With Me. I love it. It has a kind of creamy texture to it, and I just love it. It makes my skin so smooth, and I do feel like it helps keep the glow, which I'm all about because I do not like a matte face. And obviously Luminous Matte is kind of an oxymoron. It does not make sense, but I feel like it's matte in the sense that it's kind of smoothing, but it's luminous in the sense that it's gonna still give you some glow. I will 100% repurchase it once I'm out of this. She mixes this with the Beauty Bakery Wake and Bake oil, but I've run out of mine. So I don't know what that combination is like, and I'm jealous. I'll have to buy a new Wake and Bake oil soon because I miss that oil. Also, my lips have been really dry lately, so I've been taking my Bite lip mask and popping that on my lips first thing so that the moisture can suck in while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. So my basic complexion products are going to be the same as my last Get Ready With Me. I'm using the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, the RCMA Translucent Powder, which is in my old Cover FX container, the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzing Stick, and my Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. So now that that's out of the way, we can just get into chatting. Today is March 20th. I believe this video is going up on Friday the 22nd. And at that time, Zane and I will be on our way to North Carolina to visit my friend Christy. I'm so excited to see her. I'm so excited for Zane to come with me because I went all by myself last time. It's about an 8-hour drive to get to where she is from where we are living now in Florida. And I can't wait. We're actually gonna film together, and I guess I can ask this right now because you'll be able to respond in real time when we're together. But leave some questions down below for us, things you want us to answer, chat about, talk about. Give us some ideas. We're probably doing a mukbang. If I'm saying that correctly, I feel like I'm already saying it wrong. But I'm pretty sure we're doing like an eating food in front of you video, and we want to do kind of a Q&A. Just something silly and chill. So ask us some questions. Nothing's off limits. Do whatever you want. And that video will be up next week. We're leaving early Friday morning. So by the time you actually see this video, we'll have been on the road for maybe an hour by the time this is uploaded. I want to leave at 6 a.m. It's, again, an 8-hour drive. I want to make sure we get there with optimal time, and we'll leave sometime Sunday. My skin has been so much better. I know I was complaining about the texture under my skin, and I still have it a little bit, but oh my gosh, it's so much better. My face finally feels smoother again and softer. It was making me so depressed because my skin was the worst it had ever looked ever. I was kind of just going back to my old skincare, doing things I used to do, using masks I used to use, just pretty much everything back to what I used to use, as well as a couple new things. And it's been working great. On occasion, people ask me for a skincare video, and I feel like now that I've gotten my skin back to where I want it by using the things that I know I love, I'd be more willing to do a skincare video. But let me know if you guys want to see that, because I know they're not my favorite videos to watch personally, but if that's something you guys want to see, let me know and I will whip up a skincare video. So what are you guys up to? I went to get a bagel with my good friend Morgan this morning. Then I went to work for a couple hours, had lunch with Zane, and now I'm here filming, and then I'm going back to work this evening for a few hours. For those of you who don't know, I am a hairstylist. I have my own studio with one of my good friends, and it's a lot of fun. We moved into our own spot in, when was it? About 4 months ago, a little over 4 months ago actually. Maybe pushing 4.5 now. And it's been going really well. I've been busier than ever. I get more new clients than I ever did before. My guests seem happier. I know I'm happier. It's actually a little bit less stressful for me to own my own thing than working for a corporation like I was before. I asked on my Instagram stories like this morning what you guys wanted me to chat about in this Get Ready With Me. And one of you suggested that I talk just more about my job, kind of like what my day looks like, if I have any weird stories, anything like that. Definitely have stories. I'm just gonna be careful about which ones I say because I don't know who watches my stuff. I guess I just won't say names, so that just kind of clears that up. But basically my day-to-day is different every day because I don't have a complete set schedule. I like to keep my schedule pretty flexible just to try to fit people in because I don't know, I feel like I don't know. Things change. My schedule's different every week. I'm always off Sundays. That is my base day off every single week, so that Zane and I can either just relax for once or go do something. We usually have something to do out of town, whether it's do something with his family or one of our friends, or if we just have like actual grown-up errands to run. And then my second day off from the salon, I just base kind of on which out of the 6 days is booked up last. So say 5 of the 6 days already have appointments, I just take that 6th day off. And usually it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. I don't think I've ever taken a Tuesday or Thursday off. Although this upcoming week, I think Tuesday's my day off. Whatever, it does not matter. For the most part, I go into work at 9 or 10. I drop Zane off at 8:30. He works really close to my job. And then I'll work for a couple hours, and then Zane and I will get lunch. And then I'll usually go back to work in the evening. But sometimes I'm off in the mornings and I work from after lunch until later in the night. I never work past 8, sometimes 8:30. I'd prefer to be off by 7. Some days I have all haircuts, some days I have haircuts and color, some days I just have a couple really long color appointments. Totally varies. Today, for instance, I had 2 of my regulars get their hair trimmed, and then this evening I have a new person getting a haircut, and then I have one of my regulars and we're doing a bunch of highlights and lowlights and all that fun stuff. Really like doing balayage and color melts and vivid fashion colors, although not too many people get vivid fashion colors just because they are a lot of work, they're expensive to get to, and they fade out really quick. They're very high maintenance. So most people don't want to deal with that, and I totally get it. If I wasn't a hairstylist and capable of refreshing my own hair, I probably wouldn't have these colors either. I get asked often as well from people I know in my real life and from you guys why I don't do hair videos, or if I can do hair videos, and I don't think I'll ever do any kind of cutting or coloring videos just because, I don't know, I want separation from my job and my hobby. As much as I love doing hair, I just don't, I don't know, I don't want to necessarily merge the two completely. But I do get asked a lot about my own hair and how I take care of it and things I use and stuff like that and how I style it. So if you guys want a hair care video about how I deal with my own hair, let me know, and maybe I'll get some polls going on for questions and things like that on what you really want answered, and maybe I'll whip something up. Again, that's not necessarily my focus for this channel is hair, but I do get asked a lot of questions, so it would be nice to just send someone to my hair care video if people in the future ask questions. So just let me know what you think, if you want to see a hair care video or not. All right, now that that base is done, I'm taking my Pixi Rose Glow Mist. I like to spray this often throughout my makeup routine just because I love the way this stuff makes my skin look. And then for blush, I've been busting out my Wet n Wild Don't Flutter Yourself blush. It looks like this. It's very shimmery and pinky and it's so cute. I've been asked a couple times also like how I apply my blush, which to me that's a weird question because I just kind of put it everywhere. But I guess if you want specifics, I'm gonna go over that right now. I always start with my nose. I don't know why. Blush on the nose is my absolute favorite thing. So I just start with that and I just kind of dabble it around kind of the whole tip area, and I'm just kind of tapping. And then I'll go back through with my beauty sponge, or if you use brushes, maybe go back through with your powder brush with no additional product just to kind of press over top so it's more blended into the skin. And then I'll take some and start popping it kind of back here on the outer part of my cheekbone area, and then I'll bring it more towards the apples of my cheeks. And this is going to be a little different on everyone as far as your cheek placement of blush because everyone's face is a little different and everyone has a preference on where they want their blush to be. But this is just kind of where I found I like it. I don't like it specifically here, but I also don't like it specifically back here. I like it kind of everywhere, but I love blush. I always go very heavy-handed with it, and I just think it's so cute. I feel like there was a period for a while that blush was almost taboo. Like you basically didn't use it, and if you did, you used such a small amount you couldn't tell you were even wearing it. And I'm so glad that people are getting past that point because I just think it's so cute. I'm gonna pop a little on my chin. I don't always put it on my chin because if it's too pigmented, I don't like the way it looks on me. I think it looks weird on me. I love it on other people though. Then I'll take just a little bit and I'll pop it kind of here on the outside part of my kind of like nose and eye bag zone. And then again, I just go back with that sponge just to repress everything into the skin. For my highlight, I decided to bust out my Snow Angel Loose Highlight from Give Me Glow. This was part of their holiday collection, and I'd realized I'd only used it like once or twice, and I wanted to give it some more love. So that's what we're doing. And I keep going back and forth on if I'm using a brush or a sponge for my highlight. I just can't decide what I prefer right now, so for today I'm just going to use my brush. I'm pretty sure yesterday I used a sponge though. Just depends on what I'm feeling in that moment. But I just kind of dip into the cap where there's barely anything in there so I don't get too much on my brush at once, because it's a lot easier to build it up and it's really hard to tame it down if it goes a little heavy-handed, which I go heavy-handed with my products. I'm not denying that. But I just pop it on my Cupid's bow, my chin, tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, tops of my cheekbones, everywhere. If my forehead was showing, I'd probably pop a little on my forehead as well. Oh, it's so pretty. It's just so gleamingly wet. I'm pretty sure this highlight is still available for right now, and I feel like it was pretty cheap, but I don't think this is going to be available forever because it was a holiday one. Ooh, look at that. I will never not be excited about putting on my blush and highlight. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. More spray. I'm gonna need a new one of these Glow Mist soon. I'm already running Solo and I only received this in the mail like a month ago-ish. Maybe 5 weeks ago. It's going quick because I use the heck out of it. So I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna do the eyes. I'm playing with the Colourpop Just My Luck palette. I know you guys have really been wanting me to play with this because I keep getting asked when I'm gonna play with it. But this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. This shade here, in pictures, it looks like a gold. In person, it's like the prettiest limey chartreuse color. I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna figure it out. So I'm taking my Smashbox lid primer. I use the shade Light. I know there's a white one available, but I've never tried it. I actually didn't realize there was a white one available until I was being told there was, and I don't know if I would go for it. I don't know. I just really like this one, and it's scary to try something new because last time I tried a new eye primer, I didn't like it. I just pop it on my lids and then I blend it out with my finger. I used to use a brush, but since my nails are short right now, I'm taking full advantage of my fingertips. It's so nice. Having nails and then going to short nails, it's great. So really I want to use a lot of these shades, so I'm just going to start by taking Chances Are, which is that light minty color, and I'm just taking that on a fluffy blending brush. I'm just gonna run this all through my crease, inner to outer corner, as my kind of transition-y shade. I've been going back and forth on my shadow placement too. I normally, back in the day, was going lightest to darkest, and then for a while I was going from darkest to lightest. And I just switch back and forth. Sometimes I do darkest to lightest, sometimes I go lightest to darkest. And I guess today we're doing lightest to darkest for no reason other than I just did this. So let me think of some good hair salon stories for you. Okay, yeah, I have a main one that comes to mind. Before we get into the story, I'm gonna take Kiss My Haas. Is that like avocados? That's so funny. I'm just taking that on really the same blending brush because there's nothing wrong with using the same brushes. So I had this girl that was put on my book back when I still worked for a corporate salon. I didn't know who she was. She didn't request me specifically. She just got put on my book and she was on there for a color. And I think it was just like on for a highlight, like nothing too crazy. And she comes in and her hair was neon yellow orange, like that freshly bleached color, but didn't get light enough to even be a blonde. Like it was neon yellow orange. It was bad. And I knew she just did it because she had zero root. Like, you know what it looks like when you freshly bleach your hair and there is no root at all? Because usually in like a week or two you can start seeing a little bit of a shadow. No, there was nothing. So she had just bleached her whole head. It felt so bad. So bad. It was the most awful feeling hair ever. And she shows me a picture of these very chunky white highlights with really dark brown chocolatey lowlights, and I don't like chunky stuff anyways. Not that I won't do it, it's just really not my preference. Really quick, I'm gonna take Act Natural, which is that matte one, and I'm just taking a slightly smaller blending brush, which is this one. I'm gonna begin to pop this in the outer corner and work it through my crease, and then go back with the other brush. I explained to her that I wasn't comfortable with bleaching her hair anymore because of the condition it was in and how recent it had been, even though she kept denying that she had just did it. I knew she just did it, but you can only say so much. You can't be rude to people. And I told her that it's hard to explain to people that don't understand the logic behind it. When your hair is that damaged and porous, if you put a dark color on it, it's gonna wash right out immediately a lot of the times, or it's gonna apply very splotchy and spotty. And especially since I hadn't done her hair prior, I didn't know what her hair was capable of doing or handling. And I told her I wasn't comfortable with putting a lot of dark lowlights in her hair either because they were just going to fade out really fast. She kept insisting that she didn't care, but I care. That's the thing. I care. I don't want you to walk around looking crazy because that's my name on your head, essentially. But basically what I ended up telling her, and I ended up getting Nicole, who's my salon partner now, she worked there with me as well. Taking Mo Bamba really quick. Basically, we told her she needed to get a treatment. I love the Malibu treatments. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or your salon carries it. I recommend one highly. It basically takes all the mineral buildup out of your hair, kind of gives it a clean slate to start with. I said that that was a really good thing to start with, doing a deep conditioning treatment after that, and then kind of going through and just toning her hair so it was more of a natural, neutral looking color, not too much darker and obviously not lighter. And I explained that after a while she could come back and we could start working towards other stuff as her hair got healthier. And we went back and forth a few times of her insisting that she wanted the original idea, which just was not happening. I'm not doing something I'm not comfortable with. And eventually she literally just stood up and walked out, which I was very thankful for, not gonna lie. I'm so thankful I didn't end up having to do her hair because it was not gonna end well. Sometimes you just know it's not gonna end well. I love these greens. They are blending like a dream. I basically just took all 4 of the matte greens and just deepened it down until it looked like this. And now I want to do a half cut crease because I'm Betty Jean and I do half cut creases. I'm taking my Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas in the shade Illustrate. I'm gonna pop some of this on my lid and then look up so I can see where it transfers, and I'm just going to follow that line. I'm just taking this really big brush that's very flat from the OMFG Cosmetics mystery box that I got, and I'm just gonna start kind of creating that shape. Nothing too crazy. Wow, I can't stop saying nothing too crazy. You guys have been pointing it out more and more, and I don't know if it's because it's funny or if it's because you're making fun of me. Are you laughing with me or at me is what I want to know. And now I'm gonna take All of You, and I'm just taking that on any shadow brush. This is from Royal and Langnickel. It's just the medium eye shader, but any eyeshadow brush will do the trick. And I'm gonna really just pop this everywhere that I cut the crease, and holy wow, that's beautiful. This palette was made for me, holy cow. I definitely have other crazy client stories. Maybe I will, if I think of another good one right now, I will share it, but otherwise I'll just save them for future videos. But for the most part, my clients are all really awesome. I honestly don't attract that many crazy people. Nicole attracts a lot more crazy clientele than I do. My clients are all very normal and wonderful, and they'll understand when I say that this isn't a good idea, or we have to do this in steps, or things like that. Or if I just tell them it's not gonna look good at all, they respect it and appreciate it. Because I will tell you if I'm not comfortable doing something or if it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did have this guy, he used to come into the salon back again when I worked for the corporate salon. All of my crazy stories are from the corporate salon. I haven't really had anything crazy happen in mine. He used to come in and he was horrible. I never did his hair, thankfully, but he was horrible. He was so mean to everyone. He was just so nasty and rude. But he would also bring his kids on occasion, and they were the most misbehaved kids ever. And I know it's not their fault, it's the parenting fault. But oh my gosh, those kids were bad. I was cutting the son's hair one day, and he was probably 4 at the time, and I'm like clipping the sides, scissor cutting the top, and I'm cleaning up the edges around his neck and stuff to clean up those little fuzzy baby hairs. And he's like holding his head down because the kid wouldn't stop moving, so he's like holding his head down very aggressively, and I'm cleaning up the back of his neck, and he's like pulling his shirt down more and more in the back and saying like, shave more, and it's like getting to the point where he's like showing like this much of the kid's back, and I'm like, I literally can't shave your kid's back. What do you want me to do right now? And he just kind of laughs and he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just like, oh, this is so awkward. Ugh, it was just weird. Like, don't be a weirdo. Next, I'm taking the shade Charmed, which is the kind of olivey, dirty brown shade, which you guys know I love. I just have a random dual-ended Urban Decay brush, and no, my brushes are not dirty. I just wanted to use this brush because I'm going to be going in with glitter, and I don't like to use my good brushes for glitter. But I'm just gonna pop this all in the lower lash line, and wow, this is such a pretty shade too. I knew I was gonna like this palette because I love Colourpop's shadow formula, but I'm in love with this palette. Like, this is so pretty. I've been getting a lot of comments lately of people asking like how to wear blues and greens if you have blue and green eyes, like just wear them. I really don't have a better answer for that. Obviously, color theory wise, there's gonna be other colors that make your eyes pop more, but don't ever feel like you can't wear certain colors, you know? Literally do whatever you want. If you have blue eyes and you want to wear blue eyeshadow, wear blue eyeshadow. I'm so sick of the stigmas. I'm also gonna take Mary Jane, which is the center one, and I'm popping this in my inner corner. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I don't know if it's translating on camera as beautiful as it is in person. I'm just packing this on so heavily because I want it to be so bright. Oh my god, it's so cute. I also bought the teaspoon liner from Colourpop, and I'm gonna pop this in my waterline. I wanted a green eyeliner to go with this green palette, so that's what I did. I love this look so much. It's beautiful. So now I'm gonna use this glitter, and I literally looked up the pronunciation because I knew I was gonna say it wrong. It's called Kinky Chimera. I literally would have said chimera because I've never seen this word before in my life. And I didn't feel like you guys needed to roast me today on my pronunciation, so I looked it up just for you guys. But it's from Apocalyptic Beauty, if I didn't already say that. It's gold and it has these kind of iridescent flakes in it, and it's really pretty. And I'm obsessed with Apocalyptic Beauty's glitters. I bought so many recently, and you can use my code beautbean to save 15% off their site if you want glitters too. They also have really pretty liquid lipsticks and shadows and things like that. But I don't want a ton of this glitter. I just kind of want a little sprinkle of it, you know? I'm gonna pop some just kind of like down here, kind of like in my eye bag zone, like kind of where that darker green and that Mary Jane color meet. I'm gonna dip into that glitter just a little bit. Oh my god, this glitter is so pretty. Apocalyptic Beauty, what gives you the right to create such pretty glitters? And then I'm just gonna kind of sweep it towards the rest of my lower lash line as I have less on the brush. Obviously glitter doesn't blend, but I just wanted it to kind of feather. I love this palette, I love this eye look, I love everything. I'm going to now do the other eye, throw on my lashes and my lipstick. I have one from Colourpop. You guys really suggested that I could try one of the Ultra Blotted lips since I talk so much about the Plushies liquid lips from Lime Crime. So I got one when I ordered this palette. This is in the shade Doozy, and I thought it would be cute and springy with this palette, so I'm gonna do all that and I'll be back. So this is the final look. I really like this lip color. It applied really easy, really smooth. Obviously it has more of that sheer aspect. That's kind of the point with the blotted lips, is they're more sheer, almost like somewhere between a lip tint and a liquid lipstick is kind of what the blotted lips are, just kind of that hybrid, and I really like it. It's really comfortable and I really like this color, especially paired with this eye. I think it's really cute and springy. I'm so happy with this palette, guys. Wow, this was beautiful to work with. I am obsessed with this look that's on my eyes. I knew it was gonna be good, but I just feel like it's better than I expected, and for $12, wow, how good is that? What you think? I like it. I'm happy with it. Chat with me down below. Please leave me some questions for Christy and I to answer in our video when we film, either tonight or tomorrow. When this video goes up, it's either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure when we're filming, but leave us some questions to answer. If you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, please give it a thumbs up. You guys told me you really like the Get Ready With Me style videos, so I figured I would try to do them a little bit more. Let me know what you think. If you prefer just the eye looks, let me know. If you aren't already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post 5 days a week, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let me know what videos you want to see on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.